Oh, Ben Tate's still available? Oh,
Not see now you're speaking my language.
yeah. It's pretty nice. I like Tate definitely more than Terrence West. They paid Tate. I think they gave him over 3 mil,
Yeah.
which is like a fortune for NFL teams. Just give a running back.
Do you like him more than Pierre Thomas and Stephen Ridley? Those are the running backs that are ranked
Yeah,
higher here. Yeah, I'm,
yeah.
I'm with you.
I think Tate gets a lot of receptions too.
Hmm.
I think we could even handcuff him with Wes later on. Although I think Wes isn't ranked that
He's
much
ranked
lower.
5 spots lower.
Oh, there he is.
That seems
Oh,
insane to me.
that's it's yeah. Tate should be higher. Wes should be a little lower.
Hmm.
I mean, Tate. The only thing you're worrying about is injury, and I mean it's NFL. Everyone's injury prone.
Yeah. So if we take Tate here, what are we looking to do with our next pick? I guess that's
Okay,
the next
super.
question.
We can go. I think we should build depth. Taking the best receiver running back available.
Let's take a look at the wideouts who are still here. It's slim pickings. We could take
Ooh.
Colston,
My Emmanuel Sanders.
your boy. I think we could wait on him.
This is good value too. Yeah,
What's
we
that?
can wait. So Colson is a good value.
Yeah, I think I do want Tate here though.
Yeah.
It'll make me feel better about the Gerhardt pick if I take another running back for the flex because
Right.
I just have this feeling in my gut that Gerhardt is not going to last the whole season. I mean, Tate might not either. Who knows? I mean, any player can get hurt.
Right. I think I think you'll be happy with Gerhardt.
Well, we're not getting Colston back.
Well, wah wah.
Son of a sad trombone.
We can go quarterback.
Oh, and Emmanuel Sanders, your boy.
Oh no! What the
Just a
hell?
knife in your back.
They're listening.
How dare they?
Okay. Do you like RG3?
I do. I
I
also I also like Foles.
I don't like Foles.
I think Foles is a little overrated, but I still like him. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, he's overrated just because everyone talks about the 27-2, which he'll never repeat, but
Hmm.
still gonna be pretty good. I'm okay
I
with RG3 or
I don't mind waiting on
yeah,
QB.
take another receiver.
Could
Golden Tate's
take
pretty good.
Golden Tate,
Brandon Cooks, man. Oh,
Cooks.
PPR. He can get 1,000 yards. I think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year.
You think so?
Really do. I'm betting on that.
Interesting. What are the odds
Yeah.
on that?
I think it was like 22-1 or something like that.
Sure, let's gamble.
Yeah. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. All right.
Cooks is a
So
plus player too. And
yeah,
somebody
that might have been a little. I did not have any good feeling one way or the other on that pick, but sure, why not? Let's
we're
try.
running out of time.
Well, I also, I mean, a lot of these drafts I'm doing, I'm just, especially when there's, quote, no stakes, no,
Right.
you know, nothing to play for necessarily besides pride. I don't mind taking some chances and just having fun with it.
Yeah, and this late you're just going upside, and Cooks has just as high as upside as anyone else on the board, and we have a few injury-prone receivers, so well maybe not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually wonder if we should have gone with a tight end there, if we should have taken, Olsen or Witten. Like I do think Witten in a PPR format does go up in value. It's possible that might have been the more correct pick.
Yeah, that's true. I think with tight ends, I think from 5 to 10, I mean, it's all interchangeable. I really think there's great value with Pitta or Reed or Ertz. I could see any of them even outscoring Witten, but with
No,
Dallas, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And Witten is getting old. He does kind of have a bit of an injury prone,
yeah,
specter looming over him.
but his floor is so high. That's why I like
That's
Witten.
that's the rub.
Yeah, and he's Tony Romo's roommate, right? His best bud.
Best buddy. I think next round we could think about Hyde or Freeman.
I hide a lot.
Are you in on Hyde? Everybody
I
else is.
I know. I know. I think either Hyde or Christian Michael. I think this year. I mean, they could be the next Larry Johnson. Remember when Larry Johnson back in the day was being drafted in like the mid rounds as a backup to Priest Holmes?
Yes, I do remember that.
I think we got like the same thing going on here, especially with Hyde. Love Hyde. I think even if Gore stays healthy, I could still see Hyde getting over 100 touches, maybe even 150 carries, because there's no one else really there. I don't think they trust Michael James whatsoever.
That seems a little ambitious to me, considering if you're going to assume that what's his name Gore stays healthy.
Right. I think Goro's only have about 200 carries. I think the Niners average on offense about 500 carries per year. So there are a lot of carries to go around. So I think 100 carries is safe for Hyde. It's only like what 6 carries a game.
Yeah.
But
How do you feel about Josh Gordon? Are you willing to draft him yet?
this is what I hate about drafting early in the fantasy season. I do like Gordon later on, like the 10th round or so, or 11th.
Yeah. What I like about drafting early is the fact that you can just kind of spend a late round pick on a guy like that, and if it doesn't work, you just drop him.
Cut him. Yeah,
Yeah.
such a high upside. I really think he's gonna be suspended for the whole year.
I
I don't,
I don't think there's any way they can waver on that.
yeah,
If
I
they
mean,
cut him a break, it's just slippery slope to
Right.
all the other people that they, probably should suspend.
right. Yeah, you have to factor in like Gordon's production. If it does, I give him maybe like a 20% chance that he doesn't get suspended for the whole year. And like, what is Gordon's production? 8 games, you know?
Yeah.
What is that worth in fantasy? It's just kind of hard to figure out. If he goes past like the 12th round, I'll take him definitely.
Yeah, totally. I think at any point there's a point in every draft where a player can become draftable.
Right, of course.
And it typically has to do with the fact that, if it's late enough and you're not really drafting a surefire starter anyway, you might as well, like, again, take a flyer on upside, and if it doesn't pan out, just send it back to the free agent pool.
Yeah, you're just taking lottery tickets. I like a
Yeah.
lot of late round receivers this year, like Justin Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
See Ruben Randall right down there.
Yeah. Randall.
Hunter, Wheaton. There's all kinds of guys.
Kelvin Benjamin.
Kelvin Benjamin,
Only
yeah.
receiver Cam Newton looks at.
Right. Not as much in PPRs, but if it was touchdown heavy,
Yeah.
I could see him getting 8 to 10 touchdowns.
I mean, those points still count.
What is? Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. All right, I'm going to pause here again, and we'll come back in a little bit with more of these picks. Okay, we're back. Let's take a look at some of the picks we missed. And, Foles, Ridley, Pierre Thomas, Ray Rice. Ray Rice going pretty late. Only suspended 2 games, guys.
It's good value.
Yeah, Golden Tate, Romo, Reggie Wayne, RG3, Jones Drew, Witten, Steven Jackson, who I'm 100% out on. I've never really been in on him, to be honest. Greg Olson, Dennis Pitta, Sammy Watkins, and Kyle Rudolph. So the tight end run is going on right now, and that's okay. There are 4 picks before we come up here. I'm actually eyeing a quarterback.
Me too. Cutler, the top 2 right there.
I like Kaepernick too, and it's only 4 points per passing touchdown. So I don't mind getting a guy who's going to run the ball.
What I like about Cutler, have you checked out the Bears' schedule? In weeks 14, 15, and 16, they play at home all 3 weeks. And they play, I think the hardest defense they go against is what's it, New Orleans.
But at home in the dead of winter doesn't really excite me.
Soldier Field, yeah. But they play versus Detroit in week 16 versus Dallas in week 14. That's one thing I like about the Bears, but you're right, it might be snowing.
Yeah, it could just be one of those games that isn't really a game,
Right.
If we were to go with a non-quarterback here, I guess we could consider a tight end. And we missed out on Ertz.
Yeah, we did.
Our boy.
Oh, man.
I guess that's what the flex with tight end will do. It'll bump those guys up in value. I actually don't mind missing out on those guys because, again, even deeper, like the Delaney Walker, Heath Miller, Garrett Graham tier of guys, I'm fine with any of those dudes.
Yeah, me too. I like Ladarius Green. He has high upside.
Yeah.
Charles Clay, I mean, he was, I think, top 8 guy last year.
Yeah, I'd feel better about Green if we knew more about what was going on with Gates.
Right.
And if I took Green, I'd actually probably want to, take a second tight end, and I don't really like to do that, but
yeah,
I suppose that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
We do have 6 bench spots.
Yeah, I like deep benches.
All right. Man, yeah, tight end. Oh, man.
Ertz just...
5
crazy.
of the 8 picks in this round were tight ends.
Everyone had the exact same strategy as we had.
Yeah, and...
all the best ones, too.
At
this point, you're reaching on tight end.
That makes me think we should have taken one when we took Cooks.
Yep.
But that's okay.
Oh, well.
I mean, that's why we're mock drafting, essentially. It's not a mock draft, but, again, no stakes on this draft, so it's okay
good.
if we're wrong.
Right. I think Cooks will work out. I like definitely quarterbacks. Are you thinking Kaepernick 1? and Cutler 2, Brady 3.
Yeah, that's generally how I would rank them. And
Yeah.
I'm going to take Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting the quarterback to wide receiver combo either. I'm not. That's not something I aim for, but it's not the worst thing in the world either.
Cap loves Crabtree, so
Yeah, that could work out.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So why can't I see? This is dumb. Here's something I've just found that I don't like about the Yahoo software is we have a flex position, but I can't sort by flex.
Oh, that's lame.
That's really lame.
Doesn't make any sense.
Anyway,
we're up again.
We're right back up on the clock.
I'd say receiver, running back.
Hyde, Freeman.
Oh, Hyde. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he just got sniped.
Oh, we could do West. I mean, we could back up. We could back up Tate with West. I think that's a pretty sound strategy.
You're a handcuff guy.
With that backfield, I think one guy will be a legitimate. I think one of those two guys will be a top 20 guy.
I mean, is there more value in taking Devontae Freeman? Because that's where my head's at. But
there's higher upside with Freeman. I would definitely take Freeman ahead of West if I didn't have Tate. But Freeman has a higher upside. I mean, the object is to win a league, so might as well go for it all, right?
I took him in the last draft. Let's take West this time.
Okay.
Diversify my bonds.
All right.
Okay. And you're right. It's not a bad strategy because then if one of them gets hurt or if one of them does become kind of the clear-cut guy, we have that backfield locked up.
Yeah. I think it's one of the only backfields where you can do something like that. I mean, maybe with like Gio Bernard and the rookie that they have. Jeremy Hill, yeah. I also like James White too.
All right, what's our plan next round? What are we looking for? The wide receivers are starting to get a little iffy, but there is upside in here.
There's a lot. I like Kenny Britt a lot, but that's for later.
Yeah, we can wait on that. I think.
Is Ruben Randall taken?
I think he just got taken by the guy who was picking between us.
Of course.
Yeah, I know. He took Hyde and Randall.
Bastard.
That guy's on our party line. He's listening in somehow. He might just be like on a laptop in my backyard right now.
Yeah, it's stealing your Wi-Fi.
Jeez, what a monster!
Is that him?
I think that is him.
Yep, you got Reed, Randall. Yep, Hyde.
Still waiting on a quarterback too.
Yep, the guy's got a good team.
I know this is a pretty sweet one for a PPR league.
Right, Cobb can get like 110 catches this year.
Yeah, last year these drafts were full PPR, and it was pretty insane what kind of value you could get.
Oh yeah,
against some of the players who weren't used to drafting that format, because it does change things a lot going from PPR or no PPR to PPR.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I remember last year I was in a PPR league and Stephen Ridley was taken in the second round. It was
Oops.
Worst. Yeah, it's like even if he was healthy all year, it's like he's never going to return that value.
Yeah,
or even if he didn't fumble all year, I should say.
I'm more like. It definitely changes the value of certain running backs, but I feel like that's more obvious. The thing that people almost always screw up in a PPR league is the way they'll value all wide receivers basically the same. Like they won't change their wide receiver ranks. Like a guy like Torrey Smith, they'll draft in the same place, even though he's not like a reception monger. He's just a guy who like catches a lot of deep passes, and that's where his value comes from. Mm-hmm. So it's
someone like Kendall Wright, who should be definitely taken. I think Wright is like a stud in PPR this year.
Yeah, he can't be still available, can he?
No.
Yeah.
Well, who's the top in the list? Mike
Evans, Marvin Jones, Riley Cooper. I don't know about that, Yahoo.
No, yeah. I'd rather have Jordan Matthews later on.
Here he is.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you like Jordan Matthews this year?
I don't know a whole lot about him, to be honest with you.
Oh, he's not looking too good right away. He had a few drops in the first preseason game.
He is a rookie, right?
Yeah, but he's 6'4" and runs like a 4.40. I mean, and he's in Chip Kelly's offense. He's going to play the slot, so wow.
You mean when Ertz isn't playing the slot?
Yeah, right.
I was going to say let's pause here again and pick this back up in just a sec.